Okay, I mean, if you're Clint Capella in drop coverage, you got to get your feet set. You got to be in a defensive stance. You got to be able to guard the ball and then slide over. You'll have help in the gaps here, but again, like you're not. Look at Clint Capella here. I mean, how you're going this way. How are you going to be able to slide over here? What is Trae Young doing? You cannot just stand in the middle of nowhere. Find somebody to guard. Like, look at this. This Hawks big has this Nets big. So what on earth is Trae Young doing then? I mean, excuse me? Okay, so if Clint Capella is playing on this player's side like this, then that requires help. That means Bogdanovich can't guard like this. He's not seeing the ball. Like, you got to get your back to the baseline so you're seeing man and ball, because a double team is going to need to happen here. And Bogdanovich still isn't aware of this. Like, he'd have to step up here. This player would have to step down here. I mean, horrible switch by John Collins. If you're switching the screen, you need to be up, level to the screen, or in a defensive stance with your feet set, ready to guard. Is John Collins that? No. What is A.J. Griffin doing? You cannot just guard just looking at the ball. Like, you've got to be seeing your man, too. Like, you have no idea what your man is doing. So look at how long... Are you ready to guard right now? No. So now you're out of position, and now he's going to come off a handoff, and you have to go under. I mean, Trae Young is clearly trying to angle Seth Curry this way. So this is where the drop coverage has to be. You got to get up. You have to have your feet set, because you got to be able to guard the ball, and this is Seth Curry, so you can't drop too far. You got to be able to guard the ball and be able to slide over. Like, all Onyeka Okongwu's doing is just backpedaling, and you're not guarding really either. Okay, so the Hawks are doubling right here underneath the basket. If you're A.J. Griffin, you're not going to be able to get out to the ball here, okay? Like, you're going to be late. Stop. So Trae Young, see... You got to move in. You got to be in the gaps. You got to have your feet set with your back to the baseline so that A.J. Griffin can play on this player's side. So you're forcing him into help. I can stunt. If I don't have to move my feet and my feet are set, I'll be able to get out and not giving up a three. But none of that is what goes on. Okay, I mean, it's the same thing. Jalen Johnson is just backpedaling here. So you're not going to be able to guard one-on-one like this. This player does eventually get in the gaps. You got to play on this player. You got to come in now, and you got to play on this player's side. You got to force him into help. See, look at this. You're not playing on his side. So look at this. Right now, like, your help is there, but because you're not up playing on his side, he's able to bring his dribble back the other way. And now you're just toast. What is going on here? Trae Young is guarding the ball off a switch. Like, okay, stop. So while this player has the ball, DeJounte Murray and Trae Young cannot switch back. Like, I think that goes without saying. You got to keep guarding your man. This is way too early. Look at this. This player is here, and you've already conceded that you're switching. So now this player's not ready to guard. God, now we're backpedaling again. I mean, if you're switching the screen, you're going to have to get level to your man so you're ready to guard immediately off this switch. Does Trae Young look like he is ready to guard off this switch? The answer to that is absolutely no. It's the same thing here. This is a switch. You have to be up, level to your man, ready to guard. Look at Clint Capella right here on this switch. Look at this. Not ready to guard. He has his hand on the screener for some reason, so his body momentum's taking him this way as Spencer Dinwiddie's coming this way. You have no chance of guarding. Look at your feet. You have no chance of guarding the ball right now. What is John Collins doing here in transition? You got to come this way. Obviously, Trae Young has the ball. What are you doing? John Collins is late to get to the three-point line. That requires a double team. DeJounte Murray has to get in front of this player right here. Trae Young's going to have to get wide because if a skip pass is made, you're going to have to go here. This player goes here. But if DeJounte Murray doesn't rotate it, none of it matters. Not do this. Look at this Hawks player. You cannot try and feel out a screen if it's not set. Look at this player feeling out a screen, so he's backpedaling. There was no screen set, so now you're just giving up an open jumper. This is really bad effort level from John Collins. Let's take a look. So you're going for this offensive rebound. That's fine. Stop. You don't get it. So now you need to sprint back. Like, does John Collins do that? Not until it's too late. I mean, if you're Clint Capella recovering back onto your man right here, you got to be way more physical than this. Stop. Like, right now, you got to box out because the shot's going up. You got to use the lower half of your body. You got to drive this player out. You use the lower half of your body to do that. You're not moving this player anywhere. Like he's just chilling in the charge circle. So this shot is coming off right here. If you're John Collins, if you're this player, if you're this Hawks player, you're not going for the offensive rebound, then you need to be sprinting back. Staring at the shot is a disaster because when everybody just looks at the shot like this, transition defense is really difficult. You got doubling here is fine. So is Jalen Johnson coming to double? If Okongwu's coming to double, someone's got to say something because you can't triple. So if Okongwu's coming here, Jalen Johnson's got to stay out here so we can rotate on the perimeter. But we have 3 people collapsing on the ball. There's no rotating that's going to happen that's productive. So if you're Jalen Johnson, you are beat here. So if you get beat, that's on you, but what you can do now is call for a switch. Know you're beat so Okongwu can come now out to switch because you can now come here. See, look at the problem here. There's no communication from Jalen Johnson about a switch. So now Okongwu's coming out late, which means he has to leave his feet to contest, not able to box out. Guard the ball. You are committing to a switch too early. Look at this. You've already conceded a switch here. Well, this player hasn't come off the ball screen yet. And this player is not ready to guard yet. And that's a problem for your defense.